Who is Deborah in the Bible? Deborah is one of the most influential women in the Bible. She is mainly known as a prophetess and a judge in Israel. Her story is primarily found in the book of Judges, specifically in Judges 4 and 5. As a prophet, Deborah was said to hear God's voice and share God's word with others. As a priestess, she did not offer sacrifices as the men did, but she did lead worship and services and preach. The story of Deborah starts when the Israelites had fallen into a cycle of sin leading to oppression by their enemies for 20 years. The Canaanite king Jabin, with his formidable commander Sisera, oppressed the Israelites, who cried out to God for deliverance. Deborah held court under the palm tree between Ramah and Bethel, where she provided judgment and guidance to the people. She was known for her wisdom and leadership, becoming a central figure in Israel during this tumultuous period. Recognizing the Israelites' plight, Deborah called for Barak, a military leader from Naphtali, and delivered God's message to him. He was to gather an army and confront Sisera. Barak was hesitant and demanded that Deborah accompany him into battle, showing both his respect for her authority and perhaps his own fears. Deborah agreed to go, but warned Barak that the glory of victory would go to a woman. This prophecy foreshadowed the significant role that another woman, Jael, would play her story. Barak gathered 10,000 men from the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun. With Deborah by his side, they moved against Sisera, who had mobilized his forces at the river Kishon. God intervened, causing a great storm that flooded the river, creating chaos among Sisera's chariots and troops. The Israelites, inspired by Deborah and emboldened by divine support, routed Sisera's army. In the midst of the battle, Sisera abandoned his chariot and fled on foot. He sought refuge in the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, who was allied with Jabin. Jael welcomed Sisera's hiding him under a rug and offering him milk to drink. When he fell asleep, Jael took a bent peg and drove it through his temple, killing him. This act fulfilled Deborah's prophecy about women receiving the glory for the victory. Barak pursued the fleeing Canaanites and eventually confronted Jabin, leading to the complete destruction of the Canaanite forces. Deborah and Barak then sang a song of victory, which we see in Judges 5, celebrating the triumph of Israel and the valor of those who fought. This song is one of the earliest examples of Hebrew poetry and highlights both Deborah's leadership and Jael's bravery. Deborah's story is significant for several reasons. It emphasizes the role of women in leadership and divine purposes, challenges the norms of the time, and illustrates God's faithfulness in delivering his people. The narrative of Deborah resonates as a powerful testament to faith, courage, and the importance of heeding divine calls to action. The story of Deborah in the Bible shows us that the Lord calls ordinary people to do extraordinary things that can only be accomplished through the power of His Spirit. No matter who you are, we are in this world, we can stand up against our enemy, as Deborah did, as people with a divine calling, a steadfast commitment, and courageousness. We find that Deborah was a woman who used her gifts in service to God, exhibited great faith in God's ability to save, and then gave glory for His mighty works. We also see a picture of faithful life that utilizes wisdom and courage in the obedience of God. Thank you. Thank you for watching.